I was originally a red carp in the lower world, but he married the #1 goddess in the upper world as his wife. I thought we would be in love. Envy others. But suddenly one day, the mystic goddess returns from the demon realm, holding an unconscious Sanxian in his arms. Later he took Sanxian as his disciple. The two go out and enter each other and are inseparable. And I pulled out the protective shield for him. Bent over painstakingly. He turned a blind eye. Wait until I am completely demonized. But he cried and said that he recognized the wrong person. Please forgive me. I am a red carp in the mountain stream. Taboos about marriage, flying over the gantry, become a little fairy in the fairy world. Fortunately, during the battle between the mortals of the mystic goddess, be able to form a divine dragon on the banks of the Ruongshui River. I have no energy at all. Carrying him step by step up to the 9th heaven, hands and feet bloody and bloody. The mystic goddess is the goddess of war in the fairy world. Powerful. Her beauty is unparalleled in all three realms, admired by countless gods. Finally, we became a couple. Broken the hearts of countless gods. Everyone else thinks I am someone seeking repayment. What a shame and evil kindness. I don't care. I thought it would take time to see people's hearts, be able to be in love with him for a long time. But suddenly one day, the mystic goddess returns from the demon realm, holding an unconscious Sanxian in his arms. A face that looks like a glacier all year round, full of worries. Look at that umbrella, very cool and handsome appearance, although there is a wound on the face, but it does not conceal its noble temperament at all. I saw he was covered in paint. Worryingly, he stepped forward, but was completely ignored. Where is the miracle doctor? Find someone to take a look quickly. Paimai goddess hugged the person and went straight to Paimai. The eagerness in the words is beyond words. The stiff body was stunned on the spot, listening to whispers coming from all around. Like falling into an ice cave. Who is this? It seems to be a loose immortal from the lower realm. In order to save the goddess, he was seriously appearance and temperament. Actually the same as the immortal lord, who died thousands of years ago. Could it be that he is an immortal reincarnation? No wonder the goddess is so nervous. I heard that Xianzun is his master, to protect the peace of the world. Die together with the demon lord. There has been no news. Everyone thought that the immortal soul had disappeared. Only the goddess never gave up. The goddess is really in love with the immortal lord. Waited for thousands of years. It's a pity that I was asked to repay someone for There's an extra kindness. Stain around me. Looks of disdain and disgust were cast from all directions. I just feel like a hedgehog. Turn around and flee back to the Paimai I'm standing in the corner of the main hall, watching people coming and going, somewhat at a loss. The Paimai goddess stayed beside Sanxia nervously, holding his hand tightly with both hands. He murmured to himself, Master, you are finally back. Come back to me. I will definitely protect you this time. A pair of teary eyes. There seemed to be thousands of words to say to him. The main hall of Paimai Palace was originally the residence of the immortal goddess has always lived in the side hall. No one else is allowed to enter the main hall. Even the daily cleaning is done by myself. I looked around. Arranged things neatly. The house is spotless. You can see the intentions of the sweeper. I was trying to save the goddess. Fell into the Ruongshui River. If the power of water can destroy everything in the world. Fortunately, there is a dragon spirit hide the goddess in the dense forest in time. Desperate to get ashore. Otherwise, it would have melted into the weak water. I gave my last bit of mana to the goddess, then passed out. The goddess took me to the fairy world. He was placed in the temple of the vine doctor. He showed up after he recovered from his injury. It's completely different from today's battle. I can't help but feel sad. For a long time, countless genius treasures were sent into the body of He just woke up. This is where? This is fairyland. Thank you for saving me earlier. Are you willing to stay in the fairy world and be my disciple? The mystic goddess suppressed her excitement with a gentle look, although it cannot be verified. But looking at the appearance and the familiar feeling, he could almost conclude that the person in front of him, he is his master. Hanye Xiangzun, the god of war who lived thousands of years ago. Naturally willing. Disciple Bai Yuan pays homage to master. Bai Yuan was very excited. Even if you have to get up and perform the apprenticeship ceremony by the goddess, you are still injured. Don't move around. Wait until you recover from your injury. I will hold the apprenticeship ceremony. From now on, you live here. The two of them are very close. Eyes intertwined. A special atmosphere spreads. I think my face must be very ugly at the moment. I want to find an opportunity to ask the goddess about her injuries. But he always stayed by Bai Yuan's side to take care of her. No chance to speak. Everyone says the goddess actually wants Bai Yuan to be his goddess. I took his place. I started to be afraid. I'm afraid that the goddess will break up with me. Avoid meeting him. Wandering in the fairy world all day long. Ayowawa. Let me on. Wait for the demon king to come. I'll kill you till I leave no trace of you alive. I walked into the depths of the fairy. There was a barking sound. I just remembered. Except Bai Yuan. This time we go to war. There are other gains. I heard that a demon dog was caught, or the mount of the new demon lord, howling in the prison hall all day long. Once in the evening, magic sound appears hard to stop, making it difficult to sleep. I heard the sound for fun. I saw only one black and white, wolf-like and dog-like, monster surrounded by demonic energy in the barrier within the palace. A pair of green eyes, little eyes full of wisdom, run around in circles for a while, jumping up and down for a while. From time to time, he raises his head and howls that Grandpa wants to eat meat. He stopped suddenly. His eyes changed. Who looked in my direction suddenly? What a little thief. I dare to pick at your grandpa's beauty. I pushed the door open and don't call me who you are. A fairy like you. I take one bite. The rattling devil dog snorted and turned around. Squatting on the ground, for a lens of pride. I am a fairy and a misty god. I paused. Just don't know. How long can this fairy's name last? When Jumo dog heard this. Turn around immediately. Aim at Piao with your butt. You are that bastard's fairy. I won't talk to you. Go away and play with a black-hearted man. He is also a black-hearted man. You can't eat this kind of thing. Eating it will cause diarrhea. The worlds of immortals and demons are inherently at odds with each other, and the demon lord fought many battles. He is the mount of the demon lord. It's normal to dislike it. May I have your name? Can we discuss something? Stop barking at night. It's so noisy that people can't sleep. I walked forward and squatted down. Easy to talk to and consider. The devil dog Ning smiled and said that the uncle did I just want to make you so noisy that you can't sleep. Then I'll bring you meat. Stop yelling. While talking, he took out a handful of dried meat from the key. The other gods have already gone away from the valley. It's just that I still like to use dried meat to grind my teeth, so I smoked some meat and took it with me. I saw a fluffy tail standing up instantly, dangling behind him. Very eye-catching. Loyal dog turned sideways. Look at me askance, looking reluctant. Okay, I'll just throw the dried meat into the barrier. The devil dog opened its bloody mouth to catch it. Eyes lit up instantly. The tail is wagging even more powerful. More, until I pour everything out of the Kiankan bag. After making sure there is no dried meat, only the devil dog let me go. When I returned to the Pai Mai Yao palace, the goddess suddenly rebelled. I'm ecstatic. Take the initiative to greet. Since we got married, he doesn't like coming to my place. He took the initiative to hold my hand. I was so excited that I couldn't even walk steadily. We walked to the table hand in hand and sat down. Uncontrollable shaking of the body. I have something to ask you. Bai Yun suffered severe physical injuries while cultivation is unstable. You also know that I took him in as my apprentice, as a master. Of course I have to plan for him. I heard that dragons protect the soul, can calm the soul. Dragon cleanse heartache. Can you refine the medicine and give me tenderness? An ethereal voice came. But like, sharp knives are inserted straight into my heart. The smile on my face disappears at this moment. But I didn't protect my heart, and my heart might also die. I opened my mouth. He whispered softly, is it because of Bai Yuan? Doesn't he care about my life or death? I stared straight at him, trying to see a trace of hesitation in his eyes. Or else, won't. I will protect your star veins with my divine power throughout the whole process. Won't let you die. Pai Mai Yao's sincere expression. Promise. Disappointment spreads in my heart. I thought Pai Mai Yao didn't love me even if I did. It can also be considered because of the years of marriage. Have some feelings for me. Now it seems. Nothing more than that. If you don't feel sad, that's a lie. Don't want to bow your head to me. I dare not look at Pai Mai Yao's expression at this moment. Piao Mao fiercely withdrew her hand. Get up suddenly. Chen Lei looked at me, standing unhappy. I know there have been a lot of rumors in the god realm recently. Do you believe me? I never had any intention of joining forces with you. I'm married to you. Naturally, I won't be irresponsible. He paused with Bai Yuan. Emphasized that Tao is just a diagram of relationship. But I didn't miss the loss in his eyes. I really want to give him something. But I'm also afraid of that. I'm just a carp leaping over the dragon gate. No soul. If it hadn't been for saving Pai Mai Yao, became his husband, it will only be other gods in the sky world. It's just a mount for pulling a cart. In order to save him, I was seriously injured. Never slept well. If you really pull it out to protect your soul, curious heartache. I'm really going to die from my injuries. Gods have other dragons too. Why do you have to me? I couldn't help but ask. But for every dragon, Bushing Ling and heart blood are extremely important things. Pai Mai Yao's words stopped, looking at me in disbelief. You are my husband. How can you be so selfish? If his side has substance, I'm actually a little ashamed. It's like I'm really sorry for Bai Yuan. I just feel baffled. I don't know Bai Yuan anything. Why do you say I'm selfish? Ask sincerely. I hope Pai Mai Yao can shed some light on my confusion. I would like to think you are kind-hearted. I didn't expect you to be this kind of person. It seems that what others said is correct. You deliberately wanted to get married with me at the beginning. Revenge. Piao Mao's fierce voice. Verbal sarcasm. Bai Yuan was injured to save me. You can't give him your soul protection for me. You were willing to save me back then. Why are you not willing to save Bai Yuan today? Implication. I was willing to pretend at first. I can't pretend now. My face must not look good at the moment. But Pai Mai Yao doesn't even have an extra glance. They won't give it to me. Don't wait for me to speak. He strode away. Only the decisive figure remains. I'm a little confused. You only know after listening to other people's words. It turns out that it's in their hearts. I owe Bai Yuan. If I hadn't occupied the position of the goddess's husband, he should be the one traveling with Pai Mai Yao Ji. No more soul protection. I'm just seriously injured. But Bai Yuan lost his feelings. Can only be compared to master and disciple Pai Mai Yao. It's difficult for two people to get married if I became a well-known bad guy in the world of gods. A few days later, Bai Yuan's injury suddenly worsened. In order to protect his soul, he went to the demon sea abyss to kill the demon dragon. But because of old wounds, he was never defeated. Return from injury. Continuous sores. The misty soul is unstable, about to disperse. After I know this, offering Ido soul to make elixirs for him. Lying on the cold bed in the side hall. Only the miracle doctor is here. He is expressionless, holding a dagger in hand. Wait until I untie my clothes. A flash of cold light, knife falling from hand. and a piece of flesh on my hard heart. The roar of the dragon resounds through the night. Painless skin peeling and cramp spreads throughout the body. I saw it with my own eyes. The miracle doctor pulled the scales off my chest, usable to catch the dragon's blood. Good enough. The miracle doctor looked surprised, holding the blood from his heart. He stood up and walked outside. I'm left lying alone in the side. Live and die in the palace. No one to take care of. I just feel cold all over. Consciousness gradually blurs. I don't know how long it has been. When you open your eyes again, it's pitch dark outside. I'm not dead. Barely getting up. What I discarded with the miracle doctor, I simply bandaged the wound. Weak and feeble, but worried about Pai Mayao's injuries, staggering towards the main hall. Finally got something in hand. Now put into alchemy furnace. Wait until the time is right, then you can get the immortal lore. The miracle doctor is by Pai Mayao's side. We'll hold him and be overjoyed. Or do you have a way? When that idiot heard you were hurt, take the initiative and agree to hand over the things. It also prevents us from wasting our breath. I'm standing at the door. Listen to this. I was stunned on the spot. Could it be that Pai Mayao was not injured at all? He did this just to deceive my protective mind. Pai Mayao has a look of emotion. If it weren't for the fact that he married Bai Yuan first, I don't want to take this tack either. It's all Bai Yuan's fault. Bai Yuan looked gloomy. The handsome face is like Zizi holding a star. It makes people feel the stress, worthy of being the reincarnation of the immortal lord. Even when I saw 6 realms, I thought he looked handsome. No wonder Pai Mayao would do it for him. Deceive my protective mind. This is not your fault. Pai Mayao is sitting by the bed. Hold his hand. A look of affection. The feeling of being protected by Kohash is heartbreaking. I cover my chest. Ki and blood surging in the body. A mouthful of emotions welling up in my heart. I swallowed it hard. I just feel like the world is spinning. I can't help but feel weak under my feet. Really good. Holding on for a breath. I turned around and walked towards the side hall. The side hall is dull. No temperature. Bitingly cold. Mister. Zhu has just returned to his glory. I fell to the ground. The breath is getting weaker. It seems like I'm really going to die. Even dead. I guess no one in the god realm will care. The life and death of a hybrid dragon. I don't know what happened after Pia Miao found out about this. Will you feel sorry for me, even if you shed a tear? Drowsily. The sun is shining brightly outside. No, the demon lord is coming. Earthquakes and mountains shake. It seems like the sky will collapse in the next second. I still look like I passed out last night. Obviously, I haven't been to Tiandian during this time. No one cares about my life or death. But I don't want to die. I really don't want to die. Holding on for a breath. I want to get up, but it's no use. I can only crawl and hide outside. Holding on to the door frame. Raise your head. I saw Wolfen with long hair dressed in black. Automatic face evil. Exposed forehead wrinkles. Surrounded by demonic energy. It looks like a demon at first glance. People from the demon clan dare to know that they are in the 9 heavens. I guess it's the demon lord Han Yu. After Han Yu's death, there's really no one left in the fairyland. He seems to be moved by the scene. Said with a little emotion. Han Yu, you're so bold. Dare to go to the 9th heaven. Once you're here, don't even think about leaving. Ran away from the main hall with weapons in hand. The sword points at the demon. He cursed angrily and said, leave your life smiled contemptuously, eyes full of disdain, until he saw Bai Yuan walking out of the main hall. A stern look on his face appeared in front of Bai Yuan in the blink of an eye. Raise your hand and caress her face. The moment Han Yang touched her face, face suddenly darkened, eyes filled with heavy rain. If it weren't for him, you would be worthy of wearing this face. He suddenly took action to paint the wall. Thing happened in an instant. Others had no time to react. Han Yu settled in Bai Yuan directly, clamped his neck. Carry people by your side. Han Yu is not allowed to move, he exclaimed in confusion. But I can only watch helplessly as people are taken away. Peripheral vision is tilted in my direction. Han Yu made a move. I can't control my body. Hanging towards him. He bowed his head and looking at me in front of all the immortals. Soulfully. I saw him waving his hands. The fairy palace in the distance collapsed suddenly. Disappeared directly. A dark shadow came out of it. He yelled and ran to Han Yu's side. Xiao Yu, you are here. It's the devil dog. He leaned over Han Yu's feet and rubbed them gently. Han Yu let go. Bai Mai Akiji angrily scolded. His face is extremely ugly. Previous injury has not healed. Otherwise, Han Yu would not be allowed to be so arrogant. I looked directly at him with a hurt look on his face. Even if I am domineering for him, heartbroken. He was also indifferent. All my thoughts are on Bai Yuan. This is the immortal I risk my life for. Look at your face like a resentful woman. What is your relationship with Pai Maya? Han Yu rested his chin on his hand. Asked curiously. I didn't have time to be bored. The devil dog got excited first. I know. This guy is that bastard's fairy. Han Yu raised his eyebrows, smiling foolishly. Really have no vision. Pai Maya, I'll give you a chance to choose now. These 2 people. Who do you want to be popular? Han Yu's green white hand gently raised. Bai Yun was pinched tightly by invisible hands. Face turns red from holding. It's like I can't breathe. He ran away with red eyes. Misty reaches out. Master save me. I stared at all this blankly. But there is still some hope in my heart. I hope Pai Maya can watch it. Can you choose me for the first to life-saving graces? If you choose not to choose, I'll kill them both. Han Yu was very angry. forcing Pai and Maya to choose. Misty and entangled, looking back and forth between me and Bai. Why are you hesitating? Definitely choose Bai Yuan. After all, she is a fairy, but the other is a goddess. Han Yu is a cruel person. If it falls into his hands, it is estimated that it will be difficult for the whole world to stay. Who is he? Other people's voices flooded into my ears, but I only watched the misty dragon's blood come out. The gauze drips little by little. I hope he won't let me down, just when hope rises in my heart. The next second, he was thrown into the abyss by I chose Bai Yuan. Let him go and close his eyes. I was exhausted on the island of birth, looking away blankly. Not surprised at this result. Ha ha ha, Han Yu is so crazy. Throw your head back and laugh. Throw the white clouds directly to Pai Maya. Put me on the back of the devil dog, like entering a deserted land. Turn around to leave. The sound of Yu Piao Mao gnashing her teeth came. He rushed up. A fight with Han Yu. A mouthful of blood spurted on. Some were beaten back in embarrassment. He could only watch Han Yu leave. Demon Lord Han Yu is famous for being cruel and ruthless. Fell into his hands. I have no way out. But with my current body, he won't live long either. Want to die happily, leaving Kieshu Queen. The Demon Lord didn't even take me back to the demon realm. Instead, I went to Kankiang Mountain. The aura of the Kankiang Mountains is compelling. There are countless spiritual beasts, and I heard about Han Yu Xianzhen's destiny. Spiritual energy starts seeking sealed here. I'm so cold that I'm shivering all over. She's chattering. Han Yu lit a fire. Sitting alone. Between the flickering firelight, his face is looming. Anyway, he's dead. I'm a little bolder. He walked closer slowly. He suddenly got up and walked on. Leave me alone with the devil dog. I want to escape. But powerless. The devil dog lies on one side, eyes closed, tail wagging back and forth. I just feel itchy when I look at it. Long Shangolang is smooth and smooth. So I especially like furry animals. For the sake of our previous acquaintance, if the devil wants to kill me, can you do me a favor? Bite my neck off in one bite. Give me pleasure. I moved closer to him. He lowered his voice and begged. I'm afraid of death and pain. I heard that Demon Lord Han Yu has a sinister and likes to torture people the most. There were immortal soldiers and generals who fell into his hands. Even though he was cut into pieces by 1,000 cuts, scared to death, he still had a breath left. The devil dog raised his eyelids. Exhale. Ignore me. I want to cry but have no tails. Han Yu walked in from outside, holding a rabbit in hand. Bloodletting, peeling, crabs, completed in one go, roasted on branches. Acting skillfully and acting silly. I watched. A piece of rubber blanket whose shape can be vaguely discerned. Press the corners of your mouth tightly. Look elsewhere. Body shaking uncontrollably. Bear the pain of the wound. Who the hell can? Thinking of the mighty Demon Lord. Amazing cooking skills. Han Yu stared at the thing in front of him with furrowed eyebrows. Gave me a glance. You might be able to eat some of the melons outside if you try it. If I don't eat the devil dog, I will jump up immediately. Back up again and again. I forced it on its plush face. See the look of fear. I also have dignity. It's on all fours. Hold out your chest. I would rather die than surrender. I turned my head, holding back a smile. Taking the branch from Han Yu's hand. Remove the carbonized flesh and blood on it. Clean the rabbit's internal organs again. Take out the seasoning from the Kiyankan bag and sprinkle it on top. Soon the fragrance will overflow. Barely let two to die a worthy death. The devil dog sticks out its tongue and wags its tail crazily beside face full of lizard color. I eat. Zhao Yuxian clan are all insidious and cunning people. Let me test the poison for you. I love sacrificing myself for others. Educate yourself. Han Yu's mouth twitched slightly. Kick away. Go away. The devil dog rolled on the spot. Roll to my feet again. Put your chin on your forelimbs, staring at a pair of round eyes. Big black and white eyes. Acting cute. Can you bear to let a cute puppy starve? Pin dogs hate pin dogs the most. Han Yu urged him with an angry tone. I couldn't help but smile. He tore off the rabbit's wings with a knife and handed them. Then he carefully gave the rabbit leg to Han Yu. Hey, what I made. Maybe he won't kill me. I couldn't live long either. Eyes a little dim. Demon Lord, what grudge do you have against Pai Maya? I asked tentatively. Even death. I have to die clearly and clearly. There might be some misunderstanding here.